Okay, ready.
Hi, everybody. My name's Julie London. I met Karen through Facebook. She is a victim of guardianship, and what is different about her story is that she's 57 years old. She's truly one of the baby boomers, while we're worrying about grandma and grandpa getting snatched by guardians from 57 years old. So we want to talk with her and hear her opinion on what's going on and see what we think of Karen. Should she be under guardianship? So Karen, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yes, I am.
Karen, who's the President of the United States?
Barack Hussein Obama.
What's today's date?
Today's date is September 12th, 2016.
What happened on yesterday's date?
It was the 15th anniversary of 9/11.
What time is it?
It is evening here, 6:29 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay, can you drive?
Yes, I can, but not
Have you had any accidents?
No moving violations since the age of 16.
What kind of car did you drive?
A 2005 Prius, which I owned outright.
How were you able to pay for it?
I paid for it by working an average of 60 hours a week as a registered nurse.
And do you know where your car is now?
It has been confiscated by my court-appointed guardian. My driver's license has been revoked.
Go ahead, honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry for interrupting. My driver's license, which would have expired in the year 2021, has been revoked by one of the judges for retaliation for seeking legal counsel in another county.
Because when you're under a guardianship, you're not allowed to leave even the county without court permission. Do you remember the day you got your car towed?
Yes, that was a Sunday afternoon. I remember what I was wearing, what the temperature was, what I ate for lunch that day. Afternoon of March 13th, 2016, it was towed from Pasco County.
Were you traumatized by this?
Well, anybody would be upset if for no valid reason their car and driver's license is taken away. So I was justifiably upset.
Poor thing. How was your credit rating for the guardianship took you over? Were you late with bills?
I had no credit card debt. For 2 years prior to the guardianship, I used a debit card but paid my bills in cash mostly. Kept a strict budget. My credit rating was not perfect, but it certainly has plummeted since placed under guardianship.
What is your credit rating now?
The last time I checked, it was approximately 340 by one of the three reporting agencies.
Goodness. What is your employment history?
I've worked since 1981. Since the day I graduated from Loyola University of Chicago, I've worked as a registered nurse. While here in Florida for the past almost 5 years, I've been employed as a registered nurse. And the day I was placed under guardianship, I had 2 jobs and was going to school full-time.
Let me ask you this. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 estranged sisters.
And they decided you should be under a guardianship. What grounds are they saying you should be under a guardianship?
Even though I haven't seen these 2 people in 4 years, they claim that I'm mentally ill and unable to take care of myself.
And why do they are saying this?
My stepfather, who lived his entire life in Illinois, passed away on December 1st of 2015, leaving me an inheritance and trust. And I believe my estranged sisters placed me under guardianship because while I lived in Illinois, I reported one of them to the police and to the Department of Children and Families for elder abuse of my stepfather.
So you feel this is retaliatory?
Without a doubt.
How were you informed you were under a guardianship? Were you pre-warned?
Not at all. On January 22nd of 2016 at approximately 3:45 p.m., I was approached by a Collier County court-appointed guardian, a Collier County court-appointed attorney, and a Collier County sheriff came to the condo I had been renting since moving to Naples in October of 2011. I was handed a summons and told I was a ward of the state.
And you didn't even know what a guardianship was at that point?
No, in my 30 plus years of nursing, I knew there were power of attorneys for healthcare and finances, but I never heard of guardianship before, ever.
Did you ever have an opportunity to hire your own attorney?
No. No, because I don't have access to my money.
Do you know how much an hour your guardian charges?
$90 an hour.
And do you have any idea the amount for fees that she has filed, or the attorneys, or the examining committee?
Well, the examining committee only gets paid if they declare an individual incompetent.
I think that law was just changed, though. That was Pasadomo's law.
I'm completely aware of that law. However,
Yes.
I'm completely aware of the law by Kathleen Pasadomo. I campaigned for her despite being illegally declared dead. But however, one of the evaluators has never even submitted a bill that I'm aware of. So I am not aware of the evaluator fees from that one evaluator, who, by the way, recused himself. I am not aware of what the attorney fees are. The last and only accounting I saw of the guardian fees was when I was present at the hearing on May 31st of 2016. And her fees are totally outrageous. Billed for hundreds of dollars for ridiculous things like phone calls that took.
Right, well, it's $90 an hour. So if she picks you up groceries, it's $90 on top of the grocery bill.
Correct. For example, the only medication I'm on is blood pressure medication that I've been on since the birth of my daughter. And, for example, a $12 prescription for blood pressure medication ends up costing me over $100 if she picks it up. So
Exactly.
I refuse for her to do anything for me. I'm totally independent, so I do everything myself, and I have been as much as I possibly can.
These records are sealed anyway. You're not even allowed to see what money is being taken away from your inheritance. Let me ask you something, Karen. What kind of car does she drive?
She started out driving a white BMW, but now she's driving a 2015 red Chevy Impala. And I'm sure I helped pay for it.
And I believe she just came back from a vacation.
Since I've been under her court-appointed slavery, she has taken several vacations.
And I hate to ask this, but was she charged with any crimes? Not arrested, but charged with any crimes?
Yes, twice. DUI and or drugs.
Okay.
While a court-appointed guardian.
Let me ask you, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is that I will be isolated, forcibly medicated while my estate is liquidated, never to be heard from again, because in my research I have not found evidence of wards of the state surviving guardianship.
Because once you're in, you can't get out.
Correct.
And another thing that a lot of people are worried about sometimes is they're afraid that their pets will be taken from them, because pets are considered property in a guardianship. And another thing my concern is you are speaking out, and people can worry about retaliation, which is why so many victims don't speak out. You're using social media, so it's possible your social media may be taken away as a result. But that's a fear that you have to take a chance with in order to get your story out. Do you have anyone to help you if you need help? Is there anybody less restrictive than a guardianship if you needed help?
Oh, absolutely. I have friends here in Naples and in Florida and across the United States. I have been taking care of myself and supporting myself since 1981 and feel totally confident that I can do so in the future, even today.
What do you want, Karen?
I want the restoration of all of my civil rights and my freedom so that I can start my life over again from scratch. I'm 57. I plan on living, hopefully, to be at least 100. I never planned on retiring ever in my life. I enjoy working. I enjoy helping others. I enjoy being a productive member of society.
I think one thing that's interesting is that anybody can file a guardianship over anybody else, and that's pretty scary. And that's why we say this can happen to you, and it really can. So let's share this video and this recording, please, until Karen is free, because I think we can tell